If I could have my kitchen this bare all the time, I would be a happy girl. I just think it looks cleaner when it's a clean slate and you ain't got nothing on your countertops or anything. It just breathes fresh air. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. What we're doing today is prepping the kitchen to paint countertops. So I wanted to show you guys what the countertops look like in real life and why we're doing this. This countertop looks pretty good, except you can see some little dings or whatever. Over here, you can start to see where things are stained. We got knife cuts, paint chipping. Then from where the sealant was coming up, it's just like sticky no matter how much I rub. I've tried rubbing alcohol, just like a lot. So we have cleaned it really good. Look right here where the sink is. You can just see where it's chipping. Now, when I painted these countertops, I think I did them. I have to go back and look, but I think they're probably more like 4 years old. They've hung in there. I have to give them that much. They've hung in there. But y'all, I can't deal with it anymore. And then we have our handy dandy island over here that we handmade. You know, it's like a vanity or whatever, and we made it. And if you guys don't remember, the countertop part is a door. It's actually a wooden door. So, but you can really tell here, stains. Like, I'm so ready for something new. This is what the kitchen actually looks like. So what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do off camera, is go ahead and tape off where I need to tape it off at, okay? And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you me priming this. All right, you guys, so we're gonna hop right into this video, no time wasted. As you can see, I'm showing you the materials that you're gonna need, which is a roller, a foam roller at that, and then some type of primer to go over your countertops. And then you're just gonna start painting away, and trust me, you're going to be painting away. Before I get too deep into this whole video, let me introduce myself for those of you that are new. My name is Amy. I am a wife. I am a mom to 2 kids, pretty much grown now, and I am a Gigi as well to 2. I work a full-time I work from home, full-time job for a pediatric doctor's office, and my schedule is pretty full. I generally do projects either after I'm done from work, but mostly it is on my days off or is either on the weekend because I don't like to be interrupted. And my job just consists of a lot of work to where I actually can't really do too much during the week. But anyway, I make time for what I love to do. That's basically my life. So if you are into DIY, budget friendly projects, if you like cleaning, because we got to dip and dab in that just a little bit, creating, you found the right girl. Okay, I like to show you how to do things, even if I have to rig it up. That's something that you will come to learn on my channel, is that I am going to try it, and if I can't get it right, then sometimes I rig stuff up. It's not supposed to be done that way, but that's how it works in the world of Amy, okay? So anyway, that is an introduction to myself. Now let's get into this painting. You guys, I really don't remember how many coats it honestly took for me to paint the countertop when I painted it, but I don't remember it taking me 4 coats. And this is what this project actually took. I was like, how long am I going to be priming? And I thought at first, well, maybe it's because I really didn't go through and sand it, but I did use liquid sandpaper. I cleaned it really good and I used liquid sandpaper, and then I'm going over it with the prime. But I'm going to tell you where I goofed up at. I goofed up at thinking that the primer was supposed to be perfect, thinking that the primer was supposed to cover it 100%. And it's not. The primer is supposed to do what the primer is supposed to do, which is create a boundary or create a sealant or whatever you want to call before you put on your paint, because you want whatever you're getting ready to put on to have something to stick to. That is what the primer comes in, or where the primer comes in handy at. Yeah, your girl painted for 4 hours and I was so over doing this primer. Like I really thought that this was going to like be a quick job. In my mind is what I thought, and it was not. And then mind you, I did this on a holiday weekend. Like I could have really been doing something else with my 4th, but I was at home painting countertops. Oh well, it is what it is. You know, I didn't have anything else that I was actually going to be doing, so I had already dedicated this day to do that. But my goodness, you guys, like 4 hours? Yeah, I was like well over it. Well over it. But anyway, we're going to put 4 coats of primer on these. I only did one on the island because I knew I was going to cover it with contact paper. But on my countertop, y'all, I did 4 coats. And one day when I get smarter than what I am right now, you know, one day when my brain decides to work like it's supposed to work, then I will do a better job. But if you're getting ready to do this project, then learn from me. You don't need 4 coats. You just need enough to be able to go onto your surface, to cover up the surface, to provide an area that your paint is going to adhere to. Okay, so you may only just need 2 coats, but definitely not 4. Okay, and again, trust the process. That's what we always tell you. Okay, you guys, this is just a quick shot right here that I'm showing you how the primer is actually looking. After 4 coats of primer, this is what my countertops are looking like. And I must say that it did help to have the 4 coats because it did provide a very good sturdy surface for me to be able to go in to do the paint. But this is what 4 coats of primer looks like, okay, on my countertop. And that was all of the countertops. Okay, y'all. So here's my setup for the countertops. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using. I am going for a lighter type of granite. So kind of like grayish color. I'm trying to concentrate more on gray than I am like a darker color. I will add in some black though. This is my black paint right here. But I have dark granite, granite gray. This is I think it's called ivory white. I don't know the color of this, y'all. Oh, vintage white. And then we got a wicker white. So this is gonna give you more of an ivory color. So I'm gonna start off first, probably with the granite, and we're just gonna chug along and see if we can't get this done.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe, and I wanna stay with you. Don't got time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, babe? Promise me we'll never fall. Time took a toll on us, I'll say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for you to change over time. We got older, babe, yeah, but I wanna stay with you and don't got time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Hey, hey, every night, every day, promise we'll never change. So are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall. Promise now, are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall, never fall. Promise me, promise.
Okay, you guys, so I don't really have a specific way to explain this. I've looked at several videos. I went back and I kind of did my own research just to figure out how I was going to do my countertop. I knew the color base that I wanted it to be, which was still in the gray family. I loved the color that my countertops was before, and if they wasn't as bad as they were, I would have kept it that color, but I wanted to go in with something a little different, so I thought I would try my hand at granite. Now, granite is kind of like a messier paint. All you're really doing is like dabbing with a sponge and trying to fill in all of the areas that are basically white. So what I decided to do for mine was to go in with the darker color first and then go from like darkest to lightest is how my setup was. And you literally are just going around dabbing paint in different areas. And at first it would kind of look a little scary because when I'm looking at it it looked like Dalmatian spots. And I was like, yeah, I know a lot of people said to trust the process, but this right here is not looking like granite to me. But the more I kept going, the more creative I got with it. If I had a spot that was too dark, I added more light colors. If I had a spot that was too light, I added more dark. And you just kind of have to have a vision for what you want and then just play around with the paint. And don't be scared of it because there is no right or wrong way when it comes down to the granite, because every granite piece is not the same. So I'm just doing that, going around dabbing paint in the areas that I feel like, needed the attention for whatever color I was using. And it was fairly simple, a bit time consuming, but you guys, I threw me on a good audiobook. And at the time, what was I reading? I can't remember what I was reading, but I threw me on a good audiobook and I went in painting, and it turns out really, really nice. You'll see towards the end. But if you have countertops that's bigger than this, then bless your heart, baby, because it is a lot of arm work. But if you can zone yourself out and find your speed, then you'll be cool. You'll be okay. But this was a fun project. And again, I am not certified at this at all. I am really just giving it a try. And I liked it. I liked the pattern that I chose for myself. And honestly, I didn't even know that this was going to be a pattern that I was going to choose, or a pattern that was going to satisfy me. But it did. So again, find your own I guess design your own way and just go for it. Don't be scared of it. Just do it. You got it.
Just take a look at yourself. Do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself, trying to forget how you felt? Just take a look at yourself. Can't even be your own friend, cause you're way too stuck in your head. How do you think it's gonna end? Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you won't. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want. You think if they said it, then they must mean it. So you should feel it, somehow you think that you need it. Others' opinions, to know how you're feeling, to know if you're losing or winning, left behind or within it. If you're sinking or swimming, existing or living. Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't.
All right, you guys. So I've done all of this side over here, and now I'm getting ready to tackle this right here. So I'm gonna let you see what I did to achieve this look. And the color that I'm really liking is this pewter. Well, it's not, I keep calling it pewter, and it's not pewter. It's this gray. It's granite gray. Granite gray is pretty. It comes off kind of like a bluish silver, and I really like it.
To take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you won't. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want.
This is the part that I'm nervous for. So this is the contact paper that I ended up getting for my island. And y'all, contact paper scares me because it never turns out the way that I want it to. But I'm going to hope and pray that this time it does. So you guys will be with me all of the way. I'll prop you up on your little stand so you can be my little audience. And we're going to try to really make this happen. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we gonna see. We gonna see. One thing that I was right about was that we was gonna see. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. I was so hurt. I was so hurt when I rolled this contact paper out and realized that it was nowhere near the amount that I needed. Okay. Like, what? Do y'all see this? Like, that's the end of the roll. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And mind you, I've had this contact paper, y'all, for about, I think it was probably about almost 2 weeks. I never opened it. I knew what project I was going to have it for. I never opened it or anything. All to open it on the day of the project and then it be a disappointment because it is nowhere near the amount I needed. And then to make matters worse, I went to try to reorder it and it told me it was going to take 2 weeks. Yeah, an additional 2 weeks for me to get this contact paper in. And I was like, you know what? No. Because that means that I would have to have 2 weeks of nobody sitting anything on the island and, you know, trying to protect the island from the primer that I've already, team too much. So I said, okay, I'm back to the drawing board. So I had to go back in. I had to find another contact paper that was going to suit me and order that. And I still had to wait 2 more days for it to come in. And I'm really glad that I went the route that I did. Because however this color to me is very pretty, it didn't quite match the other wood tones that I got going on in the house. So, yeah, I guess it was a beautiful mistake, meaning that it needed to, I needed to order more, you know, I had to wait, but the one that I got was what really worked out best. Okay, so since the contact paper thing is not going to work right now, I'm gonna move on to the chairs. So this is going to be an example of the chairs that I'm going to do, just to kind of break up some of the black that I got going on, since I have my dining room chair and then my high backs for my bar stools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them black, but my goal is to try to make them look a little bit more used, a little bit more rustic. So what I did is I went around with just a sander and just kind of grinded some of the paint off of it. So it brought in the natural wood color that you see. And so I didn't have to do that through the whole thing. What you see right here is I'm just using some acrylic paint to try to make it look just a little rustic, a little old. But the deep places that you see are actually going to be the real wood. And then when I get down here, I'm just making them look a little bit scratched up, and I just did that with the paint. Not really trying to go and bring in, I might maybe go back and try to scrub some of the black off to make it, but I'm gonna put you guys up so that you can see me do the other two, and yeah, kind of watch, because right now we're on hold because I gotta wait until Sunday in order for the new wallpaper to come, so I can't do anything with my island right now.
You would see me crying. Would you? And although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I've come to terms over you. And although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade, yeah. But I don't mind, no, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. Outplayed, mine, no, outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade.
Child, these chairs was a little bit of a workout. You hear me? Like that little finger sander, it comes in handy. It really does. But when I tell you it's a workout too, like trying to get around the grooves and stuff, and then because I'm trying to sand off paint was getting stuck to the sander. It was a lot, but it was worth it. It was really worth it. So if you do decide to recreate this, just know that you're going to be putting in some time. I do have an electric sander that I could have used, but I didn't want to pull that out, and I didn't want dust flying everywhere in my house. And I also knew that that was going to be the lazy way. So yeah, I just did it with the sander. Look at how beautiful this turns out when you go to add paint. You guys, like it literally, it made it to, you know what it made it look like to me? I remember being a little girl and over at my great grandmother's house, she had a lot of furniture that was dark. And when you can see the wood kind of creeping in from the furniture, it would be like that light wood. And this paint gave this wood gave the furniture the illusion that it was actually like just, the paint was peeling. And I thought that it turned out really, really good. I was very pleased. Plus, I just needed something to kind of set the tone or set the rooms apart from each other, because I have all black chairs, and my chairs for my kitchen island is I guess in front of the chairs for the dining room. And you see that those are black. So yeah, y'all, like this project right here was really cool. And I'm glad that I actually thought of it at the last minute, to be honest, but it turned out neat. So if you do try it, it should be fairly easy if you decided to do something like this. This came out cute though.
We're in trances, going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, me like when you feel like calling at midnight. You got the best of me, you got me losing sleep. I've been hopeful, baby, I was hoping maybe that you'd cross my path. I've been sinking lately, and it's hard to move. Think I'm stuck on you. We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home.
Okay, y'all, we're back to the scary part. Me and contact paper are not good friends, okay? We are associates. We are not best friends. We are not buddies, pen pal. No, 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 no. We are associates. We get along sometimes. Okay. We hi there, hey there, and then go on about our business. I wish I knew how to do it like the experts and that it would be as easy as what they show, but it just don't work that way for me. However, this contact paper right here, y'all, she came through like butter, okay? She was so easy to spread. She was so easy to just stick on, get the air bubbles out. And when I tell you the blend, baby, the blend was seamless. Okay? Like you have to literally be standing, looking dead at my island to try to figure out where the seams meet. That's how beautiful this contact paper is. And look at the color. Look at the wood grain color on this contact. You guys, baby, when I tell you she's thick, she went on so smooth and she looks so realistic. I could not believe my eyes. So when I tell you that this, like I said at first, was a beautiful mistake, it was a beautiful mistake to order that first one in order to get this one, okay? Because I was going with a whole nother color at first, but this right here just, chef's kiss, y'all. So again, it's not perfect. I don't know how to lay contact paper, wallpaper. I'm just winging it, y'all, okay? And when I tell you I'm winging it, okay? I'm trying my best to get air bubbles out where they do pop up, but it's not perfect, but it's perfect for me, okay? And like I said, if this contact paper gives me a year, then it serves its purpose, okay? I ain't gonna be mad at it. Now she come up at 6 months, we gonna have to I might have to take her to court. But if she give me a whole year, y'all, it ain't gonna be no arguments here, because the way that this application went on was just gorgeous. Okay, gorgeous. I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest. Of course, you're not gonna see everything because of the way the camera is set up and stuff. And this was the last day. Yeah, because I have been working on this since the 4th. So you're not gonna be able to see everything, but you'll get to see me doing what I'm doing now.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like. About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
All right, you guys, there is the kitchen island and it is complete. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. You will see. Let me take this down. I'll show you the imperfections. There are some imperfections. I gave it my best, and you know what? If it sticks and lasts me at least a year, I'm not gonna complain. If it lasts me more than that, even better. But if it give me a year, baby, it's done its job, you know, because contact paper is not permanent. It is just a solution. But it's gorgeous. And I want you guys to see. Is it not pretty? It is so gorgeous. And I even love the color better than the other color that I chose. So I'm glad that I went darker because it matches the trim well around like the ceiling and stuff. And I got like darker wood accents. Now, one thing about this table that I knew wasn't, well, this island that I knew I was going to have imperfections in. Let me look and see if I can, right there. So you guys see the bubbling? That's actually not bubble, the door, or I call it the door because this is a door that was put on here, but it was damaged, like water damage or whatnot. So I knew I was going to have some imperfections, but you guys, I am okay. I am actually okay with this. This is awesome. So what I'm about to do now is get all of the mess cleaned up and start putting my stuff back where it needs to go. Let me show you guys this real quick. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Let me just prop you guys up like you were, and you can watch me bring my stuff back into the kitchen.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't wanna be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar.
You guys, I've always wanted me a cutting board wall, and when I saw them kind of making a trend like on TikTok, I was like, I gotta create one of those, but I had no space to do it. So when I saw these shelves at Hobby Lobby, I was like, oh, I know I gotta get these, and I knew instantly where I was gonna put them. And they were very easy to install. It's just like 2 screws in the back of these shelves, and they hang like pictures. And all of these cutting boards right here I use, so I have a place that I can actually display them instead of them taking up so much room on my countertop. And I thought this turned out so stinking cute. I was so glad that I was able to now, or that I am able to now, have me a cutting board wall. This is really cool. I can't wait to decorate it for the seasons as well.
Songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind. Find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I don't wanna be dragged in a box. I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my way.
All right, y'all, I'm pretty sure some of this is gonna change, but for the meantime, this is how she's styled right now. And I must say, she's looking rather cute. My little farmhouse kitchen. I think I'm gonna put a new sign up there because that one just looks very, very small. I love how my cutting board area turned out. These are all the cutting boards that we use. So this is where I would store my used cutting boards. And then if I get something that I'm not gonna use that's just for decoration, like that one back there and that one right there, is where it will be stored. But the star of the show, she's beautiful. And I loved that I was able to get this together. She looks like real wood. The choice is very good. My little coffee bar station. I am looking to replace, or not to replace, but to get more Moscow Mule coffee cups because I just love the way that they look with the bronze. It's just really pretty, so I think I'm gonna order me a set. I had a restaurant to give me one of theirs. And then this right here is just my table, my dining room table area. Yeah, y'all. Kitchen project is finally done. And I must say, she looks very cottagey, cozy. Love the way the chairs turned out. They look so good. I just think everything in here kind of flows together. I need to really clean that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.